look, I had to go back and start from the scratch. You know what I'm saying, bro?
You're going to see the whole process of me going through trying to figure out what the fuck I'm dealing with. I'm having crying and all kind of shit in there.
Hey, to be honest with you, that's the most beautiful part thus far. You know what I'm saying? Is I'm really able to see the transition, you know, not even a transition, the process itself. And that's a beautiful thing, bro. Like, I appreciate your vulnerability, you know what I'm saying? Even the one where you really talking to your auto worker family, you know what I'm saying, about when you was leaving and whatnot. Like, you know, at this point, my whole thing has just been like like I already internally knew, but like you emphasized on, right, which is just like you gonna know who is who and who is not. You know what I'm saying? If you kind of tap into that yourself. And I actually came on. You mentioned it right before. I was just wondering who the book Soul Retrieval was written by. Which one you're talking about? Because I'm on the website right now. I'm online trying to find a PDF or something like that if I can. It's not a bonnet. It's not a bonnet, Queen. I'm just in my blanket.
Yeah, boy, they don't be playing, boy. That's why I can't be soft, because they subject to, you know, hit me with some stuff from time to time.
Nah, most definitely. She said blanket, stop it. Hey, listen here. I got the whole thing over here. Y'all trying to play with me on the live. Yeah.
What's them colors? Red and white, and what else?
Red, white, and this is actually this is an Arkansas. And now that excuse my language, I started really thinking about everything. I'm like, I got my daddy from Arkansas, my mama from Mississippi, so I'm just going through it. I'm not in no rush. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know the Arkansas Razorbacks is actually a tribe.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they was a warrior tribe from out of the woods of Arkansas. You didn't want to go back there messing with them, and they went back there beating the beehive with a stick.
That part. I'm gonna have to do some more research and tap in. Everybody's saying Shango. I don't know what that means, to be honest with y'all.
Shango, one of the lowers that come in the red and the white.
Okay.
With that sword, you pull that sword out and clear the way. He opened up some shit.
That's that sword of truth you always be talking about?
No, that's the opener of the way. The sword of truth come behind him. That come with the old goon. Just split them up the middle, wherever you see one at.
Understood.
Yeah. That's the Orisha.
Absolutely.
The hierarchy of the 7 African powers.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
I'm excited to keep on learning so that I could participate and partake more in the conversations, you know what I'm saying, from my own perspective of, you know what I'm saying, what I've experienced here and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of interesting. I really resonated with. I was gonna ask you actually, without putting too much of my business out there like that. Not that I really care, but while you're finding that book, you know, I definitely, what you was talking about with that voltage. What's that by?
Her name is Joanne Neff.
Joanne Ness.
So Neff, N-E-F-F.
N-E-F-F.
So Soul Retrieval Turn to Wholeness, and it's, you know, one of those books about, you know, it's a couple of it actually that's good, but that's the one, the good starter book.
Okay, bet that. Yeah, I've been diving in. I've been diving in. Not trying to, but doing my part. You know what I'm saying? Wherever I can, however I can. But I was gonna ask you something. I came in on a live yesterday, and I just must have missed it right at the end. So I don't know if it wasn't for me at that time, right? But if I'm being honest, since I'm being honest with you, right? You know, I kind of, for the last, like, I've been on this. For the last like 9 months or so, right, I kind of stopped smoking weed, you know what I'm saying? I kind of stopped smoking weed, and you know, here and there and whatnot, but like not as heavily as I really, like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't care, you know what I'm saying, whatever it was. But most recently I had a situation with, not a situation, I had a beautiful experience, right? Yeah, exactly, a beautiful experience with regards to the only thing I could correlate it with, right? Because I was sitting there, and then the day after it happened, I watched one of your videos where you talking about a 9-volt nigga that's not gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? and whatnot. So I believe that's what was going on there. And but then the next day I smoked some weed, and I'm talking about like it should have me feeling like a lightweight because I'm like I smoked like barely, you know what I'm saying, like barely, and it took me to some shit, you know what I'm saying, and one of the things about that was I had to get over the fear because for a second it was like I'm like, damn, bro, like I can't do that again. So then the next day I was like, fuck it, I'm not about to be scared of it. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, it's either a tool, like you said, for your liberation, or it's in opposition to that. You know, so I'm like, I got to find out what it is. And so I
Yeah.
was just wondering if you had any, before I hop off, I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying, take nobody's time. We're not too much, but before I hop out on that, if you had any, and I could definitely reach out to you personally and whatnot and give you more of the full, he can't put it in words. Most definitely I can't. Being real with you, I most definitely can't. Somebody in the comments, I definitely can't put it into words. It was like Rod say, like some people dream in feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't put that one into words. So yeah.
Study the endocannabinoid system.
Okay.
ENDO cannabinoid. CANIB. I think it's INAL noid. NOID.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right. Bet that.
Yeah. So that's when you smoke marijuana, this is what you activate.
Okay.
The endocannabinoid system is it's the overlay of your spirit body. So when you agitate it with the THC, you make it get stronger. And when you get the munchies, you eat the sugar and the greasy food, you're trying to get the polyunsaturated fat in the brain to facilitate the rapid firing. And you trying to get the sugar in the brain because most of your glucose is used in the brain. But when you get a lot of glucose in what you call sugar form, it creates an alcohol burn, which is a dirty burn. And the soot is the set. And the set is the backdrop of conscious melanin created by communicating through the carbon in the soot you just generated and the carbon that's in your brain to increase your neuromelanin production and stimulate your pineal gland and sync the two hemispheres of the brain. So this is why all of the chiefs be chiefing.
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
So everything that you do, the gratitude to the ancestors for making you do it so you can use it for your liberation, you begin to control it better and you begin to use it for a purpose better.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I appreciate you, Rod. I appreciate your time. I appreciate everything you done did before I even started, you know what I'm saying, in 2018. From now, watching that shit, it kind of remind me already of like, what, you know, people be talking about nowadays as time travel. I'm like, bro, he talking to me about this shit, and I'm getting it right here, right now, and it's still just as accurate, as valid, and that gives me more emphasis to just have a passion for going back and learning and remembering who the fuck I am and what the fuck I am. So I appreciate you for real.
For sure, for sure.
All right, be easy. Absolutely, unity.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take I want to take Mano the storyteller because I want to talk. He be dropping some fire in my comments, so I'm gonna take him. There you go. For a minute, I didn't think it went through. What's going on, Mano?
OG. All I was gonna say was these fools don't know you insulting them or you just making sure their mom's straight. That's some mercy shit. They don't know there's an army waiting. Right now I'm in the UK. I'm planning to come over 2022, go into the hoods, do whatever I need to do, help the family. There's an army here. There's an army waiting. I hope Well, what I was gonna say is that, like, especially these fools that are trying to send you some shit, Especially these fools that like, if you give the word, that'd be gone in a second.
Yeah,
That'd be gone in a second.
look, I would have did that myself. I ain't gonna send somebody to do something for me when I can have the satisfaction of doing it myself.
Yeah.
No, because I'd be disappointed if I sent somebody else to do it, and then I'm thinking about, man, I could have did that myself.
Yeah.
I could
No,
have enjoyed watching them squeal like a pig in person. So
I meditated. I meditated the other day, and I got exactly that. If they fuck with you, and especially to me, if they fuck with you, if you give them mercy, one of us will be sent.
yeah,
I got that. But no, I hear you, and I just want to say thank you for all you do. Thank you for all you do. What you do over there, it helps us on the continent as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
When we take this over here, we take it. When this get took over here, that's took over too.
I hope people understand that. I hope people understand that.
They,
Free
if
Larry
they
Hoover.
knew, if they knew that that's ISIS land, always got receipts. It's just, are you willing to go and investigate to see what Ryan Hayes talking about, or are you going to jump on a bandwagon of some naysayers who have no validation to what they're telling you? They're just giving you a dogmatic doctrine to follow, and you follow the dogma. So, to get out of that dogmatic way of doing things, we want to go into a little law, because law is critical to understanding what's taking place on the land. And we've been asking for Larry Hoover to come forward. Larry Hoover is not at Colorado AdMax no more. I already said this months ago. He's at the continuity of government. This the big motherfucking shebang right here. We still saying free Larry Hoover because we trying to get the attention to the grassroots, that all of the chieftains on the land at the top is united. We just trying to let the grassroots know that the organic people of the earth and reclaim this bitch from pole to pole, from prime meridian to prime meridian, equator to equator. However you want to slice this motherfucker in 4 quarters and 2 halves, or whether you want to keep it a single solitary whole, does not matter, because this shit is already done. So I'm going to walk y'all through the 10-step process. This is called 10 moves to checkmate. So I'm going to walk y'all through the 10-step process, or the 10 questions that you got to ask in order to determine if a person know what's going on the land, in order for y'all to know where we at in the process. So the big reveal is coming soon. I have good reason to believe that Malachi York, Savior's Day for the Nuwapians, is Malachi York birthday, and we might see him there. I'm just speculating right now. I can't prove that. I got to make this clear that I can't prove that, but I believe that, but I can't prove it. So the first thing we're going to get at is the contract situation, because a contract is an agreement between 2 parties. So the first question is the easiest question, right? And the first question is, does all contracts have a lifespan? So what made this come up is because people keep saying, how do you keep saying Taj is all right, wise and exact, and he's telling people something that they presume to be different than what I'm telling them. So the question is, does all contracts have a lifespan? The answer is yes. So now, the reason we know this, because things have expiration dates. Anything that got an expiration date have a lifespan. The lifespan is from the time that it's active until the time that it expires, right? So you get a warranty on the car because for the duration of the time you should be paying on it, you're trying to have the company that own the car keep the maintenance up on it, so that when you do buy the car, it's finally fully purchased, which they tricked you out of that with a title and deed to the car. So your car title is a savings bond and an agreement to use your car on behalf of the interests of the corporation that you part of, called the United States, or the respective state, as they say in law. So the question, if contracts expire, in that the United States Constitution written in blood was in fact a contract. And the Treaty of Peace and Friendship, what they call the treaty, in fact is also a contract. When do these things expire? Right? Now, the reason why we ask when do they expire, because if you don't know, I have to tell you. Most of the guys that's Moors, that's stuck in the dogma, have no clue about what's really going on the land. They want you to follow the dogma. Well, the Christians, they said that at the end, somebody was going to come in to deliver them from the law into some shit called grace. Grace, that's Grace Kelly. Oh, it's a clue on the code. Oh God, you devil. Same motherfucker. We went to the same motherfucker on both ends of the spectrum, the devil worshiper and the God worshiper. Right? Because he's the great deceiver. The deception is great, so you have to be able to see through the deception in order to get to the solution. So anyway, so the problem is the law. Biblically speaking, to tell you that the law is the law of man. And verse say, many shall run up to me and run up to the Christ in the last days and said, I healed the sick, I raised the dead, and I cast out demons, all in your name. And he gonna look at them motherfuckers and say, get thee hence, I know you not. Right? So whatever it was that they was doing under the pretense of doing it in the name of the Christ, then they was dead fucking wrong, and they didn't even know it the whole time because he don't even acknowledge their presence. So when is the contract up is the question. Now, not one of them is gonna tell y'all unless they get the answer from me, because I'm finna tell y'all the contract expired July 4th, 2019. 98% of them don't know that. The 2% that know it, they down there with Larry and them trying to organize this restructuring of the government and the exchange of power and the reorganizing of the wealth of the land. So while they doing that, I'm informing y'all, right? The ones who are dirty Moors, they chasing their tail and they think they got me in the headlock. And I'm laughing the whole fucking time, right? Because the righteous Moors know who you niggas is. Most of the dirty Moors is angry as fuck right now, right? Because the fez is lost to the feathers. So if they don't know that the contract expired July the 4th, 2019, then they need to sit their ass down and learn from the master. Because that was the expiration date on the contract. Right? Now, what brings a contract to its end? What causes the expiration of a contract? Right? Let me make sure that's the second question. Second question is, what was the lifespan of de facto corporation's contract? It was a 200-year contract under the United States. It was a 400-year contract under the biblical contract. And both of those contracts was brought by Etruscan Moors, who want us to call ourselves Moors, and Moor just mean black. But for the purposes of the Civil War, the Galactic Chess Game, the Conjure War, whatever the fuck you want to call it, we had to figure out when it expired so we can seize it, because it expired more than once. Right? The last time it expired, they wouldn't let me play in the game. That was right before, right after 9/11. Right? The next time it expired, they still wouldn't let me in the game. That was in 2012. They told me that I didn't know shit, and I'd never figure out why we was in the condition we in. And they believed that I thought that I had came on a slave ship from Africa, and so wouldn't nobody allow me to take the test. But I ain't never believed that shit, because that shit not true. The whole slave shit narrative is a Notre Dame academic creation. That's why the slave ship that's popular, that make you look like sardines in the can, it's a 3-story building called Notre Dame University. Right? It recently got zapped about 2 years ago. All right. Once the de facto corporation's contract expires or is terminated, losing even the color of law jurisdiction, what happens to the contract when the de jure proceed as if the contract is active? This is something that they call resurrecting the contract. So what the question is once all this shit done and we still trying to contract with this dead entity, what is taking place in the process? It's called the contract resurrected. Look it up. I'm not doing showing y'all a lot of references in this video because I'm telling y'all where to look for the information. You motherfuckers got to do some work like I did. So it's called contract resurrected. When a dead contract expires, right, and one of the parties to the contract keep revisiting the contract and recontracting. Those are what you call side reel contracts. And they operating in the per diem capacity to keep the corporate legal fiction in position, right? So now, if they don't know this, they full of shit, right? So now, what is, okay, so that's contract resurrected. The next thing is, who is responsible to inform the people in the de jure capacity of the death of the contract? At the expiration of the contract, whose job is it to tell the people that that shit is over? They give you something in called a receipt when you deal with them. When you conclude your business with them, they give you a receipt. So who got the receipt that they seized the de jure jurisdiction from the de facto corporation? Who got this receipt that they done it using the culture, put it in the public domain, oral tradition? Who is the one responsible to put this in the public domain? Whose job is it? Is it your Grand Sheik job? Is it a collection of Grand Sheiks? Is it a Mufti job? Whose job is it to restore the de facto jurisdiction place with the de jure? Whose job is it to switch the government? Right? Now, under our tradition with the feathers, whichever chief discovers the anomalies, job is to report it to the collective tribes so it can be acted upon immediately. That's tribal shit, how we operate on the land without your paperwork. We don't need your paperwork. We know we can talk to each other like men because we understand the conditions, situations, and circumstances we under, right? So if I put it in the public domain, or if you put it in the public domain, who put in the public domain that the contract was expired and we were seizing that motherfucker, right? Now, in order to be in the de jure capacity, you got to have the blood, the right, and the knowledge, right? So you got to have right blood, right knowledge in order to establish a competent jurisdiction, right? So if the jurisdiction is to be competent, any chief on our side with the feathers, any chief that become aware that puts it out in the public domain tells the rest of the chiefs it's time to move, and they start moving. But if you don't know that, then you're not one of them feather wearing motherfuckers on the land. Because us on the land understand that we all have the common feeling, common understanding that this is Big Mama shit, and we call Mother Earth Big Mama, and we call Mother Universe Big Mama, right? Sometimes we might switch it up, and we might call Mother Universe Big Mama, and we might call Mother Earth Mud Deer, right? So, if you don't know this, then you are operating in a capacity of imbecility in law. So, since they got imbeciles in law that doesn't know who got the blood and who got the right to exercise the redemption of the land, then I make them 3/5 compromise. They Dred Scott niggas, them slaves. They lost. So, I'm going to show y'all. Because I got both the blood and the right. So, what did I do? Let me show you what I did. I can show you better than I can tell you. So if you didn't know what the contract was, you didn't even know how to secure the rights under the contract in order to reclaim the land. To reclaim the land is to implement the Indigenous Rights Act and move to the females, the sisters, who are in a transition to government to restore the matriarchy. Now, if y'all didn't know none of this shit, and you talking about Rod Hayes don't know what he talking about, that's because I ain't no fucking more. Right? I'm just more than you niggas is because I did more hard work while y'all sitting there making fun and telling me that I don't know what I'm talking about. Taj had to continuously tell you dumb niggas how to navigate the contract, right? But y'all trying to do other shit, extra shit, all that extra shit. Taj he was telling you motherfuckers exactly what was right, how to navigate living under the contract of interim government on tribal lands that was operating in a de facto capacity. You are the de jure if you from the land. If you not from the land, you are the de facto. You are the white piece on the chessboard. That's why you have to be classified as a white person in law. If you truly assert your nationality, then you are no longer classified as a POW, black status in law. Because the POWs is the ones who was on the land that's being held hostage. The chess game. They've been telling us for years it's a chess game. You niggas playing checkers. So I learned the rules of chess. Right? So when you understand the game that's being played, the game can't be played on you. This shit is over. Because all of the chiefs on the land agreed to end it. Because I decided that since nobody else knew when the contract had expired, I had to put it in the public domain because I had both the blood, the right, and the rank to put it in the public domain and recapture the community back for the tribes of the earth tribes. 12 daughters of Isis. Different skin complexions, different hair textures. Mix them all up, it's going to come out the same. When they get together in a civil sisterhood, then you motherfuckers is going to understand this shit a lot clearer because it's going to turn your mitochondrial from 1 to 10. And when it turn your mitochondrial to 10, then the solar rays coming in is also going to contribute to the awakening of what you call your junk DNA. When your junk DNA wake up, that's when you're going to be aware of your psychic abilities and how you can see the full-time spectrum of this shit. Then none of you motherfuckers need for me to do this shit, but y'all didn't know what to do, so I took it up on myself to just do it, get it over with. I didn't come to take sides, I came to fix the problem. I don't care about your black versus white, your tall versus short, none of that shit. I don't care about your Democrat versus your Republican, all that dog and pony show shit. That's not the leadership of the land. The leadership of the land is all of those elderly old ladies called Big Mama sitting around telling all of the kids how to stay out of the way of some people that ain't got nothing to do with us. They know who they is. Sisters like Chief Warhorse or the sister on Facebook, Robel. They telling y'all this shit. Chief Janae, she got a YouTube channel. She telling y'all this shit. All these sisters is telling y'all and y'all not listening. Right? But I claimed the key to the kingdom because I had the right. That's also time dated and stamped. I even seized the Vatican, which is also time dated and stamped. I also seized Buckingham Palace, which is also dated and stamped. I also seized all central banks because the central banks was the mechanism that was passing the fruits of the poisonous tree to the individuals who was receiving the benefit. So it falls under the jurisdiction of the earth tribes to seize every fucking thing used to oppress us. It's all time dated and stamped. If you don't know none of that shit, leave Rod Hayes the fuck alone, and you won't have to worry about me stepping on your motherfucking face when this shit is over with. Right? Some of them out there don't understand what's taking place in real time. Example, if Taj see this video, he's no longer going to tell you how to navigate the contract. He's then going to have to tell you when the contract gets expired, all he can tell you to do is try the fuck up. Tried to fuck up, they restoring the land. That's all he can tell you at that point. The contract is over. It's expired and the land has been restored back to the organic people of the land. It's all tribal land. How the fuck some invaders coming all of a sudden this shit ain't tribal land no more? We the caretakers of the earth because we come forth and proceed from the earth. Elijah Muhammad said it best. We the makers, the owners, the cream of the planet earth, gods of the universe. Now we gonna either, everybody gonna either bump straight or get bumped the fuck off because this shit is over with. So you tell your dirty Moors it's over with. The feathers beat the fezzes. Checkmate, motherfucker, this shit is over. Right? And I'm still gonna tell y'all, Taj is the truth. Taj is all wise, right, and exact. He just wasn't privy to that piece of information that I dropped in this video. If he didn't know the contract was up, he was going to continuously tell you ignorant ass motherfuckers how to navigate the contract so you don't have to be the victim of the contract. I know exactly what he was doing. How not to be a victim of white supremacy. White supremacy ain't even what you think it is because ain't none of y'all analyzed it to find out it don't got nothing to do with skin color. It's about legal status. And white is the supreme status in the jurisdiction of the de facto corporation. This is their jurisdiction. Right? So this might be the most important video you motherfuckers ever see. Because this shit is so fucking over with that I can't even say it's over no more because I'm over saying that this shit is over. Everybody know that all we have to do at this point is tribe up, but they want to ask questions that don't got nothing to do with tribing up. Or they want to tell you, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Though none of them niggas know what's going on in Raven Rock, but I do. And I ain't even over there. They don't even know what the fuck Ravens Rock is in Colorado. But I do. They don't know exactly why I'm telling y'all to keep an eye on the Silver Lake. The Emerald Lake in Silver Bell County, Colorado. They don't know why I'm telling y'all that's where the ship gonna land. That's because that's where the fuck it's gonna land. But they don't know where it's gonna land. They can go back and try to act like it. But it's certain math involved they can do to verify that I know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Right? So, the contract is up. They don't know the contract up, so they still trying to get people to contract with the slave master to become slave catchers. That's up to y'all. I don't care. I didn't come to take away more saints. I didn't come to destroy no Moors. I came to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help me ride. I don't need no help from nobody else, because anything I want, I can go get it. I can get it on my own. I can get it from the dirt, or I can snatch it out the air. It don't even matter to me. Right? You can drop me off in the jungle, butt booty ass naked, I'm going to come out that motherfucker with a fur coat and the goddamn some eel skin boots. Right? Because I could get it from the fat of the land in any condition that this earth produced because I'm the earthborn. Right? You could drop me in the desert. I'm going to come out that motherfucker with a motherfucking set of shades on. A motherfucking cactus cap. Right? I'm going to have a whole fucking cactus suit on coming up out that motherfucker. I can live off the fat of any parts of the land. You could drop me off in motherfucking Alaska when the snow 20 feet deep. Don't matter, I'm still going to come up because I know the land. I know how to live off the land, survey the land, utilize the land to my greatest advantage. I don't need your corporations and your job. Fuck a job. When y'all realize what's going on, half of you motherfuckers going to leave your job so quick and welcome this little 2 to 3 months of struggle and warnings that they about to cut your shit off to have all that shit paid for at the end of the day anyway. But y'all ain't realizing what's happening in real time. Y'all think y'all chasing the bag, but y'all running from the bag. All these reparation motherfuckers, they think they chasing the bag, but they running from the bag. They all under the pretense that they chasing the bag, but the bag chasing them motherfuckers. If they stop chasing them false narratives, the bag gonna smack them upside the back of the head. They gonna accidentally fall and stumble up on wealth and they ain't gonna even know what the fuck just happened. Cause one of these nappy head, red skin, dark colored motherfucking engines Organic to the land just so happened to speak the truth regardless of who got pissed off and tell you motherfuckers why this shit was over, how it was over, who did the dirt, what dirt they was doing, what was their agreements, showed you the agreements, the bloody blood oaths of the papacy, and all that shit. And motherfuckers want to continuously try to talk down about Rod Hayes. He don't know what he talking about. Michael Jackson is whatever the fuck. But they never check my receipts. Why y'all ain't check my receipts? You never check my receipts. But you say I don't got no receipts. I got all the receipts, but you say I don't got no receipts. When I told y'all about the $1 trillion buyback program, now y'all wonder why BlackRock buying up everything. Y'all wondering why Vanguard buying up everything. But y'all don't check my receipts. Rod don't know what he's talking about. You know, you can take damn near a photograph for every sentence I say to show exactly what the fuck I'm saying. I'm reading real time like a fucking tarot card reading. I'm showing you motherfuckers. Big Mama not playing. She said these weather anomalies. Stop looking for niggas with bombs. Start looking for rain and thunder and gorilla hailstorms and crooked man walking the land and walking lightning. And you motherfuckers seeing the shit, still not cashing. Y'all still not checking the receipt. I said when these women start shaking their hips, talking to Big Mama, Mother Earth, she gonna start shaking the earth because she's gonna answer back. Y'all thought I was joking, and it was earthquakes everywhere. But y'all didn't check my receipts. The sister of the high priestess, Christine Vargas, did the same thing. But they talk about her, but they don't check her receipts. Nobody's checking the receipts. That's why I tell y'all don't take sides with the person. Take sides with the receipts. Right? Because this shit is like a violin. This shit resonate with motherfuckers because it's true. Your heart is naturally geared to resonate with the truth. But the naysayers come in and have you second guessing yourself. But if you check the receipt, the music continuously soothes. It's the atone, atonement, at oneness with the self. Because in order to be one with mankind, you got to be one with the self. In order to be one with the self, you got to be one with the universe, as above, so below. In order to be a subject to God, you got to be a servant of God. In order to be a servant of God, you got to have the capability to become aware and understand godly things. And if you understand godly things, then you are a God body, God in a body. And if you are God in a body, that means that your manifestation skills is based upon your awareness of what you manifested. I keep telling y'all tomorrow night here because we ain't created it yet. Right? All of this shit is an illusion that we constantly creating in real time as a unified agreement. Right now, we trying to get from hell to heaven, so to speak. Fifth out of the third dimension to the fifth dimension, so to speak. We trying to exit poverty and inner wealth, and motherfuckers still want to argue about dogma, never knowing what the teacher was teaching because they thought they was listening, but they was just overhearing shit. Right? And they thought that I was just overhearing shit, but I was actually listening. I was putting the pieces of the puzzle together, and they was rearranging the puzzle pieces, wondering why they don't fit. Right? So, at this point, this shit a wrap. This the motherfucker y'all share. Invite any more to answer these questions and show me who claimed the contract when it was up. You had 7 days to claim the contract, or else it was going to be an extension. Right? So to kill the extension, what we do? Can y'all tell me? I just showed you what I did 2 days after the contract was up. There's nobody else can tell you that they asserted the de jure jurisdiction over the de facto corporation to close down that game. None of them. So I did everything that was supposed to be done. I showed y'all what needed to be shown. I'm just saying. Let me look in here and see what it says.
To accuse us and say that we're not worthy to go back into travel galactically? Because we told you everything here is a test. We in school, so we get tested from time to time. You have tests in school, so some things you might thinking is bad or something going wrong for you. Look at the good side to it. 'Cause it's a lot of things that I think that I be thinking that it's something bad, and then I look at the good side. Like this, for example. One day I'm driving and I'm in a rush because I'm running late to get to my son, pick my son up, and I'm going like 70 and like 40, right? This old lady get in front of me driving slow. I'm mad. Like this lady driving like she's driving slow. She's hitting the brakes and stuff. But then up the road, there's a police thing. And then I really would have been late if they pulled me over. I would have been late. Sitting there trying to talk to their boss and shit. The supervisor, tell them that, yo, I'm free to travel. So it would have delayed me another 20, 30 minutes, probably, even more, waiting on the supervisor. If they rookies didn't know what time it was. But by that old lady being in front of me driving slow, it made me slow down. I was looking at it as a bad thing, but then it was a good thing that I didn't get stopped by the cops. I had to wrestle with them, wrestle with these agents, right? So a lot of stuff. Look when shit happened and it seemed like it's bad. Look at the good thing. Like it was times where I didn't have no food, and when I that food, I didn't have no food because the universe wanted me to fast. The universe wanted me to fast, so shit happened so that so it can help you. But you always, if you look at it as bad, it's gonna be a negative, bring negative energy to you. But if you look at it as everything that's bad that happened, look at it as look at the positive of it, and bring that positive out. Bring that positive out to the forefront. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Mr. Thomas for the $1 donation, brother. Hey, much love, brother. We appreciate you. Like I say, Rob Haynes probably had to go. He probably had an emergency, man. But we at least we got what we got. He'll probably be back on in just a minute. But Yaku's Drafted Devil. We talking about that, and we already put a tape out on it, and we revisiting that subject with the brother Raw Haynes. When he come back on, we maybe gonna be able to get some question and answers for him too. So make sure you got your question and answers already ready to go to drop in the chat when we go to the question and answer phase. And like I say, I've been putting out videos every single day, 3-4 videos a day. So you want to go check those videos out once we get off. You want to go check the Black Extracurricular. Well, it probably ain't gonna show up to tomorrow. What's the other video we got out? The Donald Trump raid video. But that video has already showed up online already. Yeah, but these people were made to be against us. So, but it's not all. Yaku's Drafted Devil don't include all white people. Like I say, some of those people are Canaanites, Nubians, that just don't got the albino, that don't got the melanin. But some of them Canaanites are mixed with the Frugaloids, and so you got to look at that too. Some of them Canaanites mixed with the Frugaloids, so some of those Frugaloids are connected with Yaku's Drafted. I mean, some of those Canaanites have mixed their seed with Yaku's Drafted Devil, and they got 6,000. They go rob back on. Okay. All right, we back. We lit. We got you back on, brother. All right, we held it down, man. We got him back on, man. So we're gonna let him continue. I think you left off where go ahead. What'd you say? I can't hear you.
Did you mute?
Oh yeah, there you go right there. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Oh shit, what the hell's going on? Hey, can you hear me?
I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I was just making sure because I want to make sure that people can hear what we're talking about.
Can you hear me? Yo. What the fuck?
I can't hear you at all. Oh, that's my phone tripping.
Can you hear me?
I hear you now.
Oh shit. I was like, oh man, I know it ain't. Oh yeah, we can hear you though. We can hear you clear, loud and clear. I think you left off where you was talking about the devil in the court thing and connecting that with Yaku, Drafted Devil, And I think he was going into the chromosome joint. That chromosome joint was hot, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. So we got to the part about how they was able to stop us from living these extensively long lives.
Yeah, yeah.
So now we have to figure out what's the motive. Why they want to cut our lifespan? You go back to Genesis. They didn't get kicked out for eating from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody think that's why they got kicked out, but they got kicked out so they would eat from the tree of eternal life and live forever and be like one of us.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever they is, they got long lifespans, but they cut ours short, messing with the genetics, right? So in the birth scrolls of the doulas, it got the sequencing of the human genome written in herbs, what the herb do, and what it treat. Tells them what's on that section of DNA that can utilize this herb. Excuse me.
They get you a drink of water, man.
I think I breathed in a dust particle or something.
Yeah, I've been having that lately, lately too.
Yeah. So now look, we know that they wanted us to live a short life, but why? So if they cut the 120 years into 60, how would they go about this?
Yeah, right.
When you read in the book, in the Sumerian tablets, they talk about in order to keep the human population in check. If I'm not mistaken, I'm almost positive Pops talk about it in the Holy Tablets.
Yeah, and the man from Planet Riz. Yeah.
So what we thinking is naturally occurring. They've been making this shit in the laboratory all the time. Right? When you know what the genome is, you know what the effects of the viral agent. Notice they always call it an agent. What do agents do? They infiltrate, right? Right? What do viral do? And they come in, infiltrate, and spread out. Right? So they scatter themselves across the land and try to move themselves into what's called positions of prominence. Every politician is a barrister, meaning an attorney.
Go ahead.
Meaning the goddamn devil.
You got him. The devil. The damn devil.
The goddamn devil.
Go ahead.
Right? Now, if they all devils, who they work for? Barristers are what you call under royalty to lords. The lords are the ones who govern the land. Right? And the lords is the ones that call themselves the elves. Right? And the elves came in with El Shaddai.
Go ahead. I'm with you.
Right? So El Shaddai is Inky, which telling us that it was part of some form of genetic engineering program. Right? So they working to cultivate the land. Ain't that what it say? And the husband cultivated the land, right? And tended to the cattle and to the flocks and to the herds. Ain't that what it say? Okay, now, what your body made out of?
Water.
The soil of the earth.
Yeah, earth, water, all the minerals of the earth.
Yep. And then they said they took man from the dust of the ground. That means he's earthborn. He's tied to the earth because he's made out of earth. Right? Then it say he divided them up into tribes, families, and clans. Those three different cultures.
That's right.
So
Go ahead.
it's three major cultures: tribes, families, and clans. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Tribes are more political in function. Family is more personal in function.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And clans is more nomadic in function.
Mm-hmm.
What they call Arabi.
Mm-hmm.
And who is the Arabi? The Arabs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what's the difference in the Arabs and the Chaldeans?
The difference between the Arabs and the Chaldeans, and like the Chaldeans from back during Abraham's time, or like
Now,
right now? Oh,
right
right
now, what's
now,
the
shit,
difference?
ain't no difference really. They like the same people really, because they like Hindus and Fugaloids, like pale Arabs, red Arabs. They really like the original Arabs, but they pale
Look,
Arabs, like they
pay
mix.
attention. Look at
Mm-hmm.
the land.
Mm-hmm.
We can obviously see they the same people. So
Mm-hmm.
it's something that's dividing and conquering them. What is it?
Religion.
Religion. Because Chaldeans are always Catholics.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Arabs are almost always Muslim.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? Divide and conquer.
Mm-hmm.
So what Elijah Muhammad say Yaqub grafted devil did? How do you recognize it?
Go ahead.
He
That's
said
good.
everywhere he go, he sowed dissension between the righteous. He turned one against the other and watch them fight. And when they depleted from the fight, he come in and break it up, and then he offer them a solution for a fee.
It's a pale shit. Go ahead.
Hegelian dialectic 101. Right? Okay, now, how did he say Yaqub's people in the grafting process managed the process?
By like how he created that lighter gene, you saying?
Right, but he was enforcing this by something.
He had a birth control. He had birth control laws.
No. You're talking about what he did. I'm talking about how he secured it.
With fear. I think with fear. But with fear, religion, or something.
Remember, Yaqub had how many scientists side with him?
Oh, I can't remember that. 'Cause I know it was 66,000 that decided to go with Shabazz, but I can't remember how many it was with Yaqub. Was it 600 or something? I can't remember. Go ahead.
But anyway, they had instructions because they knew that he wouldn't live to see his.
Oh yeah, you're right. Go ahead.
They said he knew he wouldn't live to see his work completed, so he gave them instructions. Right, and he told them how to enforce the wedding or the union, the people, in order to get to the gene, the lighter gene.
Go ahead. I can't remember exactly.
Right? So this is when he explained to them the process of the grafting process. He say, marry the darkest ones to the lightest ones. And marry the medium ones to the medium ones. Until you get all the way down to blonde hair and blue eyes. Okay, now Pops told us about two different groups of Europeans. What we call Nordics comes from what you call Flugerades. And the Nordics became tall, warrior-like Europeans with the long aquiline features. And the Canaanite became the short, stubby, round-faced, curly-haired European that you see today. Right? So you got the white boy with the nappy hair like an afro. Right? Now they call the Irish the redhead stepchild of Europe because of their piebald suntan and their ginger-colored hair. And they don't like the Scots because they too close to the Irish in relation of clans. But they tell you that it's a war about Catholicism. Because the original Irish was Orisha. The word Irish is a derivative of Orisha. Okay, so now Baba wrote Who's Who on the Planet Earth.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is what we're going over right now. Who's Who on the Planet Earth. Now, the Greeks were the first Europeans that Inanna, Queen of Heaven and Earth, ordered to be cleaning up.
Okay.
Now, why did she order somebody to go up there and clean them up? What happened? Where is it recorded?
Right.
Well, she woke up one morning and she summoned the bookkeeper, Tahuti, and told him to dispatch the scientists to a place in Europe called the Caucasus. Right? And coming to find out, they was living with canines. A small band of throwaway genetic experiments that wasn't all the way perfected. Where we find this at? Remember when Pops was saying the birth defects? What kind of God create birth defects? Remember? This is what he's talking about because it's recorded in the tablets, in the Sumerian tablets. Right? That they had used sulfur instead of carbon to create the genetic experiment, and the ones that didn't meet the standard, they were supposed to burn them in the fire and fire and brimstones of Gehenna. But that sent them into what they call a soul cycle loop, and they will keep coming back defective.
That's interesting.
They can't get out of the Earth's atmosphere as an energy flux. In 3D terms, that means they denied the right to ascend. Now, when they returned, the Egyptian hieroglyph said that Isis was brought a creature from Europe, and when they brought him in, she asked the question, what manner of beast is this?
Go ahead. Yaku's drafted devil. Go ahead.
Yaku's grafted devil. Remember, it's a war and a competition between two warring Anunnaki family members. Sibling rivalry, one trying to top the other. Enlil heard about the good time Enki was having with the Earth people and got jealous. Where do we know about a God that got jealous?
In the Bible.
And what did he say?
I'm a jealous God. Don't put no God before me. No other God.
If he was really a God, he wouldn't even be worried about that bitch ass shit.
Yeah, right? Go ahead.
That sounds like some gay shit to me. Just me. I'm the only one. You can only worship me. Look. So if he got jealous, where do we know the story that we went over earlier of a brother that got jealous?
Yishak was Yaku's father, and he was jealous of his brother because of the rule too. Like I guess that story like spiraled down through different.
Go back to the Emerald Tablets for what you just said. Tahuti say in the Emerald Tablets, Star say, know, man, that life is cycles within cycles. If you interrupt the pattern, you break the cycle. The trick is to learn the lesson to allow you to see when the cycle flips so you can jump out the infinity loop when it turns around so you're not caught on a hamster wheel. Right? So Pop said, remember, in the law of the gods, now he's talking the Galactic Federation law. Right? That when you do something in the free will universe to oppress anybody or to deprive them of their right of free will, then you're going to be subject to the same punishment you inflicted on them. Now we hear this as it goes around, it comes around, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you reap what you sow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? And you get back what you put out. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. And all in the same. Different ways of saying it, right?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Right. Because galactic law has us in this position because of a prior condition. So the Queen of Heaven and Earth want to clean this up.
Mm-hmm.
Whose job is it to clean that shit up?
It's our job.
The galactic law say that the custodians of the earth is responsible to restore the earth at the close of the age, no matter who did it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if it's going to be our job to clean it up, how do you clean up the genetic defect of a human that was deliberately deformed by somebody trying to play God in the laboratory?
Mm-hmm.
Right? What's the treatment for it? What's the remedy? Because they're going to keep coming back. And if they try to use too much brain power, they're going to shrivel up like Stephen Hawking.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's the remedy?
Yeah, what's the remedy? What's the remedy?
One drop of Anunnaki blood cleans up all of the birth defects.
Oh. Hey, okay, like, let me pause right there. Let me ask you this. All right, dealing with the O type blood, you got O positive, O negative, AB, positive, negative, AB. Now, from my studying, I'm starting to figure out the special different type of blood on the O type. Now, you said that one drop of blood. So what